Thanks for making the switch to Newsline. Now more with John Carlson.
Right now, joining me is author of a new book and one of the better folklore stories that we've got going here in the Pacific Northwest. We know about Sasquatch and Bigfoot. We know about the D.B. Cooper story. What about the monster in Lake Chelan? Joining me is author John Fahey, and he's got a new book coming out called Lake Chelan, the Greatest Lake in the World. Hi, John. Thanks for speaking to us here.
Good morning. Thanks, Phil.
Yeah. You're a Seattleite. You've put together some stories that go to the notion about how unique Lake Chelan is, both as a body of water and a place to visit. And part of it revolves around the legend of some aquatic creature in Lake Chelan, similar to what most of us remember about the old Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, very similar to the Loch Ness Monster.
So what's the story here? How did this all kind of get a foothold and then snowball from there with the monster in Lake Chelan?
Well, the monster has really been a legend that goes all the way back to the Native American times, and in fact, their mythology states that the lake was created by a monster that now lives there. I think the first European account of a monster was all the way back in 1892 when a group of campers who were visiting from New Orleans reported being attacked by a lake monster on the side of the lake. And then maybe within the next decade there were quite a few accounts of the monster being seen up and down the lake from the steamboats. And that sort of started, the legend's been there based on that ever since. And in the last century there's just been innumerable sightings of this monster. Some reported, some reported in the news, some just talked about, and it's really kind of grown. So that's what we know about it.
It all snowballs. It feeds on itself.
Sure.
So, John, now there's going to be a contest through the Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce to give a name to this semi-legendary lake monster.
Yeah, that's right. Unlike Loch Ness, where they call their monster Nessie, or over in Lake Champlain, they call their monster Champ, and we have Ogopogo just north of us up in British Columbia in Okanagan Lake, but we don't actually have a name for our lake monster.
And it's all marketing, man. Trust me. You want to get your story out there. It's marketing.
I don't think that we want to have Ogopogo up there at Okanagan Lake as a real tourist attraction. I don't think that that's what we're looking for in Chelan, but it would be nice to have a name that we could use when we're referring to this monster or when people see it from time to time.
Okay, so is there a website? How can people join up in the contest? Because you've already got a tremendous response from people.
We have, yeah. Actually, people seem to be really interested in this monster, and I think they have been for a long time. And every time you hear of an account every few years, it kind of cranks up the interest a little bit more. So if someone wanted to enter the contest, we do have a website. It's called www.greatestlakeintheworld. And there's details there about the contest, and we're giving away a few prizes, nothing too exorbitant, but also the winning name will be published in this upcoming book you mentioned, and also get a free copy of the book.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So greatestlakeintheworld.com.
It's greatestlakeintheworld.com.
All right.
is the website.
And I'll get that posted on the Facebook page as well so people can instantly find it there. So what got you going, John, on the idea of writing a book that chronicles the tremendous things and the tremendous attributes and stories of Lake Chelan?
Well, you mentioned I'm here from Seattle, but like a lot of people over here, I've been going to Chelan since I was a kid, and actually have some places over there and run a business over there. So I spend about half my time over in Chelan, half my time here in Seattle. And just over the last few years, I came to realize that this lake it's really something spectacular. So we set out on a bunch of journeys around the world to the various great lakes of the world on a bunch of different continents to kind of compare and contrast Lake Chelan to those lakes. And the more we started looking at it, the more we realized, this Lake Chelan may not be very well known on a global scale, but it's really just a spectacular piece of real estate over there.
Yeah, and just from a topography standpoint, it is singularly unique, the way it is so narrow and winding and carved out of the edge of the Cascade Mountains there.
Well, it really is. It's the third deepest lake here in the United States, and I think it's the 24th deepest lake in the world, which is pretty extraordinary because here on North America, we don't even have a mountain that's in the top 100 in terms of height. So this is the geologic event that created this is really something extraordinary.
Well, very good. John Fahey, the book is Lake Chelan, Greatest Lake in the World. I'll get the website for the monster naming contest posted on the Facebook page. And I thank you so much for telling us about the book, John, and the contest. Have a great night.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right. In for John Carlson, I'm Phil Vandervoort here on KOMO News Radio.